Welcome to Uber Noob. I'm your host Sinner, and today we have Strumbonstall Season 9, Division 1, Week 1, and this is the second game I'm playing in the series. And it's it's Skaven versus Nurgle, and the Skaven team. What is this? The Skaven team was about 100 team value ahead of the Nurgle, so we'll see what they chose in inducements. It'll probably be Bloodweiser Babes, but you can't be sure. Let's see. Weather's good, and the Skaven are kicking. Okay, let's take a quick look at the Nurgle team. Dodge block, it's good. This is probably his ball handler. I mean, when you get a plus movement, you should probably just go ahead and make him your ball handler. He's got a lot of great skills for it. Two heads lets him to where he can get out of bad situations. Big hand helps you pick up a ball and scramble. So we got Mighty Blow and block. Block. Mighty Blow, block, claw. Alright, so I mean he's got a nice mix. Well, no, he doesn't. They're all just killers. It's strange. I haven't seen a lot of like guard stacking in these games. I wonder why that is. But yeah, it seems that more teams in Strumbonstall favor Mighty Blow over guard. I wonder if there's some like special like thing you get for being the killiest team. All right, so the Nurgle team doesn't seem to have anything that's too outstanding. Something to keep in mind though. And I always forget this when I'm playing on tabletop, but these guys have Disturbing Presence. It's awesome because against a team like the Skaven, they just absolutely, like, it can disrupt game plans. It stops a lot of the passing game, and it's pretty cool. Alright, let's see. Naked lineman, sweet. As Skaven, your little lineman rats, like, they're not really, like, their biggest asset is being movement 7 and expendable. If they start to get too many skills, they become less expendable. So yeah, always consider dropping skill, like rats with a lot of skills for rats with no skills. And also, I mean, there's gonna be a high turnover rate anyways, so there's no reason to hold on to them really. They can do their job with no skills. They can do a little bit better with one, and after that, they might be a little too expensive. Let's see what we got. Wrestle and agility too. I don't know, I probably got rid of this guy, but it'll be okay. Block guard. Now, that's kind of tough, because as Skaven, you really need guard. You can't quite get enough of it. You only have strength access on 2 players. And, yeah, I mean, it's good to have this guy around. Excuse me. Let's see what else we got here. It's just a naked Storm Verdum, which is basically their blitzers of the Skaven team. The only difference between them and they have block and they get an armor, so they're kind of your heavy hitters, kind of. Mighty Blow, Frenzy, Guard, Piling On, Tackle. This is just an absolute killer. Again, though, Guard and Piling On don't really seem to go together too well. But yeah, like I said, they need all the guard they can get in at level 6. I mean, what else are you gonna take? Wow. Okay, so this guy is armor value 6 and low speed for Skaven, and so he's got him centrally located. He has him well protected, but this is basically the guy who's going to be his blitzer. Like, this is going to be the guy that he runs up and tries to kill people with, especially against the Nurgle. Now, I don't agree with taking armor on a gutter runner. Gutter runners, they level so fast, and a movement 10 gutter runner is awesome. I don't know. And then block, guard, sidestep, big hand. This is one of the guys that goes and retrieves the ball. Because he'll be in the thick of things. He has guard and he has sidestep. Maybe that's why he gave him the +1 armor, because his job is to stand next to somebody on a cage corner and then slip into the cage with his guard and give an assist to probably this guy. Yeah, with horns. It makes his blitz. Yeah, so he's got horns, he has tackle and wrestle. This is the ball hawk. You're probably going to be looking at next either 2 heads, so that way he can get into the cage. Oh no, he's probably going to get leap, actually. Wow, that was dumb. Yeah, he's gonna get leap. Uh, and yeah, so cool. Oh, here's the actual ball hawk. I guess this is like a backup one. I don't know. Strip ball, leap, dauntless, tackle, wrestle. Yeah, this is everything you need. So yeah, that's how this team. That's the general game plan of the team. I would say that this is an excellent character. This is kind of how my rat team pretty much ends up looking. Okay. Wait, let's look at this real quick. They haven't committed to one side. The Nurgle team is. It looks like he's just gonna kind of try to like contain the rats on their half as much as possible. But I don't like all this separation, because like next turn these gutter runners are going to be over here, probably. The Skaven team should find or do the best of their ability to poke a hole in this line here, and then get as many of the gutter runners into this backfield as possible. And this guy's not quite fast enough to, well, I guess he's moving at 7. Still, he's going to be kind of on his own for a turn. So you really, I mean, I don't know. You might want to pull these guys back, like this guy and this guy, in order to kind of shield them from the onslaught of really fast, low-strength rats that are coming. Here is a brand new gutter runner. He's probably going to be the guy that he's going to be scoring with today. And dodge, leader, block, accurate. Alright, this is really cool. If you look, it seems kind of odd, but the Skaven player is not relying on his ability to throw the ball and catch it. I mean, if you're going to do that, you may as well be playing elves. But this is basically his option. Like he's going to run the ball with this character, and then if he gets in trouble, he's going to hand it off to one of the gutter runners. So I think he's going to play more of a running game, and then use the passing game as kind of backup when everything goes to hell. Alright, let's hit it. And then he's got just, yeah. Okay, so yeah. So we've gone over the skills. Let's look at what I guess we've already pointed out what I think they're going to do. Excuse me, I feel like I got something stuck in my throat. Alright, this is... Alright, so I said to go ahead and pull these guys back. But really, I mean, this is an excellent play too. If you look at what this is doing, this is advancing his like possible cage, I guess. Really, he can still go either way with the ball. And these guys are kind of his advanced players. The rat player cannot like come around and start blocking both sides. And so what this does is it makes it to where if the Skaven player starts to push over here, or he can just come to this side. I mean, he's already got the advanced wall. If you look, it's kind of like it's kind of like a wedge, right? Well, not a wedge, but like a backwards wedge, and he can run either direction. But yeah, this is a very light wall right here, a very light wall right here, and it's held together all the way across the way. So we'll have to see which way the Skaven player tries to push through. It didn't seem like he caused any damage to the Skaven on the first turn, which is generally when you want to be doing most of your damage. I mean, if you can cause, you know, a KO or a couple of casualties and start to get the ball rolling, start to get ahead in terms of players, that's how you can really start to like it can kind of snowball. But since that didn't happen, the Nurgle player could be in a little bit of trouble. You get the ball. I don't know if I'd keep him this far back either. Maybe he just didn't want like somebody getting, like this guy getting knocked over or something, and then all the rats flooding through onto the ball carrier. He's far enough back now to where he doesn't have to worry about that. Yes. All right. Alright, so now I assume they're just talking, or maybe he had to go, like, eat dinner or something. I don't know. Why is this taking so long? I'll speed it up a little bit. Alright. It's, oh, does this guy have dodge? Okay, I was like, it's interesting that he decided to blitz with this guy, but with piling on and tackle, this character is probably his better, oh, maybe not. I would say, well, against armor 8, I guess it's not as big of a deal. Like, I guess piling on is better. I don't know. I said maybe he went to go eat or take out the trash or something, but really what could be happening here is, that's my phone. 1 moment. And I'm back. Sorry about that. I've forgotten where we are. Let's see, can I peek at what's going to be going on? Okay, yeah, the Skaven player is, I don't know, that was an odd blitz. He didn't try to flood the backfield or anything. I don't know what he was trying to do there. Something you really have to look out for, Skaven, though, playing against the Nurgle, is this beast right here. He comes with tentacles, and he doesn't have stand firm yet, but eventually he'll get guard and stand firm and just be a real roadblock. But he'll come and sit on all your gutter runners and make it, not impossible, but really difficult to get away. But yeah. Yeah, I'm getting a text. Man, I'm just popular today. Alright, there we go. So yeah. Waiting for stuff to happen. Okay, so the Nurgle team, I guess the Skaven player is now just waiting for the Nurgle player to pick a side and start pushing that direction. But really, the Nurgle player can be content to just kind of hold back. He needs to put some kind of pressure on the ball, but he's just not doing it right now. This is kind of a tough situation for the Nurgle player. He wants to push up, but he doesn't want to like leave these guys free. Like next turn they can get up and try to dodge away and stuff. Yet at the same time, it's kind of expensive to attempt fouling. These guys are good at fouling. I mean, they're only 50 grand, but using 50 grand linemen to stomp on 50 grand rats, like it's, I don't know, it's tough. But yeah, it looks like the Skaven player is just waiting and seeing right now. Nurgle player, he throws a character back here. The Skaven player either has to commit people to this Pestigore, is that how you pronounce it? Pestigore. And either like lose some strength in the middle, but it's just, I mean, this is usually a pretty good move, but the Skaven, they're so fast. Like he can pull a guy back here and kind of mark this guy or be in the general vicinity, but at any given moment, their movement 7, they can be back, you know, well beyond midfield. They can, from here, they can get all the way to like over here somewhere. They're just so quick. But it is good. He's advancing his possible like I guess his ladder of like where the wall could be. He's probably going to pull this guy up here, and then it'll be like a very light screen right here. And there's the first KO. As Skaven, you really have to take playing down players really well, because you're always going to be down players. Well, pretty much always going to be down players. Oh, so okay, so this is actually really, really good what he's doing now. All right, so what you're seeing here is he has a lot of his strength over on this side. He's got his strength 5 guy, and the wall is like really, really strong right here. But at the same time, he has an option of coming this direction. So if you look, this is a light wall, and he's going to start hopefully pushing his ball carrier over here. And this should keep, you know. Ooh, what did he foul with? Maybe he has a bribe. Maybe he spent 100 grand on bribe, because that was. Let's see here. Anyway, yeah, maybe he has a bribe because stomping with this character was pretty dicey. But anyway, yeah, he's got a really strong wall here. So this is a good spot to bring his ball carrier. And at the same time, he has a very light wall over here. Well, it's not very light, but the rats can get through, I believe. Yeah, like they can go a long way. But really, this is the makings of like a possible another avenue for the runner to go. What I think is going on at this point, though, the Nurgle player is just like, okay, I need to crush a few rats, so that way it's easier to just walk into the end zone. And so he's going to take a few turns to, you know, to stomp on the down rats. He's going to take a few turns to like hit the ones that he can stay on. Skaven, one of their biggest, well, I would say their biggest problems is the fact that they're only agility 3, and so they have a lot of trouble getting away. Like, you can't reliably dodge away all your players, and so they're going to be taking hits. If they get marked, it's going to be bad. Alright, so this effectively stopped that entire, like, I keep calling them ladders, but that's not the right word. But it stopped this thing over here. I mean, he's got a presence right here to where this is not going to happen. They're still centrally located, so they can get all the way across the field. And this guy is not completely cut off, but he could be, like, he can still be a nuisance back here. So yeah. And now he's coming to put pressure on the ball. Anyway, what I was saying before is, yeah, you need to put, like, this was a good move because it's forcing him to put players over here. Now the Nurgle player can definitely start to move this direction. Like, he needs to put this guy, how can he move? Yeah, he can get all the way to here. So this is going to be, like, basically his line of defense, or offense, I guess, since he's on offense. Okay, so he's holding this guy back. He's kind of like a free safety. Never a terrible idea to keep your options open. When you're agility 3 and you can't always get away, this is a good way to do it. That was an excellent move. This is his ball hawk gutter runner, or his backup one, I guess, because he has a super one. Where'd he go? Yeah, that's really cool. But having this guy right here, what this does is, like, the Nurgle player, his blitz has to come on this character, leaving this guy free. And he can't just, like, run right here and put the ball carrier right here. He's got to get rid of this rat. He's going to have to pull some players back. Probably what you're going to see is you're probably going to see this guy bump a couple spaces, or not. Okay, maybe he's just pulling everything back. It does only turn 3. He doesn't have to move too quickly. Maybe this guy can come more centrally located. Like, if you look, if he puts this guy, like, right here, these rats are a little bit more cut off than they were before. Like, they'll be not completely cut off, but it won't be like just an easy run across the field. They'll have to make kind of they'll have to go around a little bit. So you might see that too. You might see, I'd say, this character coming here. He's going to pull this character up, create a cage, and gosh, but I would like to see one of his players up here a little bit more. Maybe this guy will move up. I don't know. We shall see. Now you notice the Skaven player didn't pick up his linemen. I mean, they're doing their jobs, just sitting right there. This is like kind of an area where he really can't build a cage, because at any given moment these line rats could stand up and become, like, you know, a decent presence, like center field. Like, this is 3 strength 3 guys just waiting to, like, jump up whenever they're needed. That's always something to keep in mind. Sometimes it's safer to keep them on the ground than it is to use them, like, or just stand them up every turn. At the same time, though, you don't want to just give free rein to your opponent. Alright, so I don't know what the point of bringing this guy over here was. I mean, it's walling off like these couple of guys, but I don't know. I think that this guy would have been served better over here somewhere. Has he blitzed yet? I don't think he has. Alright, so it seems like... I really don't know what's going on. Oh, okay, so what he's going to do is he's probably going to come and put his ball carrier right here. And so no matter where anything like that's kind of a threat right now, like these things or this guy, tries to dodge to, he's still looking at like 3 pluses everywhere. And yeah, okay, so this is... Yeah, he's trying to get rid of this monstrosity here. I am interested to see where this player goes. Nice. That's what you gotta look for. If they've got an armor 6. This is the problem with armor 6. It's like playing with a halfling. Alright, he keeps him centrally located. I think, though, it would have been better if he was one closer, like if he was right here. Because then it creates, like, because, like, if you look at your players, they're kind of linked up if they're 2 spaces away from somebody. When they're 3 spaces away, or their tackle zones are 3 spaces apart, like it's there's no connection. There's just a little hole that anything can run through. But if you had them one closer, like these two would have been a little bit. It would have been a little bit stronger of a position. There's no. Well, let's see. Okay, he's in scoring position though, so I guess that's the trade-off. He's not quite as powerful out here by himself, but at the same time he can run into the end zone in one turn with a handoff. It is important to try to keep somebody in scoring range, but I think at turn 3 it would have been okay to have him one lower, and it'd be blocking off this rat, and these guys would have had to work a lot harder to get through. It's a little thing, but it is good. So yeah, I'm not really sure how they put their logo on this grate like this. Maybe it's, I don't know, made of glass. And now we are waiting for the rat player again. He must be trying to figure out what to do next. Okay, so I was kind of questioning exactly what he was doing here, but this is a really good position for the Nurgle player. He has a wall over here, kind of walling off these 2 guys a little bit, and so if they commit all the way around, it's going to take him an extra turn to get over to where the ball is. The ball is not completely committed to this side because at movement 7, you know, he can cruise across the field fairly well. And ouch. Wow, that's terrible. So sometimes as Skaven that will happen. You have a 1 in 36 chance of failing, and that was it. It sucks that your guy gets hurt. Doesn't look like he apothecaried it either. Man, I wish I hadn't gotten a phone call, because now I can't see what happened. Is his hip smashed? That sucks. So now he's movement 8. Gosh, and he's such a good player too. I don't know, that's a tough one. I don't like keeping hurt players, but at the same time, like, I mean, he's kind of a cornerstone player. Like, for defense, you need that guy that's going to slip in with guard. So your leaper can get in and get a 2-die block somewhere. Or even a 1-die if it's a big guy carrying the ball. That's rough. Now the Skaven player is about to take a beating. He has a lot of players marked up. He's going to take several blocks this turn. That's something I've always mentioned, is that when you're playing like an agility team, you know, there's always a 1 in 36 chance that your turn is going to end like almost immediately. Why would you blitz with this guy? You've already got a tackle zone on him. Whereas if you're a bash team, it's a little bit better because there's like a 1 in, what is it, 81 chance of the reroll. No. You gotta roll quad skulls if you're bashy and you have block and everything. Regardless, it's like 1 in 12,000 or something. 1,200, I mean. That your turn is just gonna be over. So yeah, the Nurgle player is now getting in all of his blocks. This guy is either gonna go down this next turn or he's gonna go into the crowd. We shall see. It's all up to the Nurgle player. He can do whatever he wants at this point. He's probably just gonna take his hits. Yep, there's that. And then he's gonna start to push his players up. That would be my vote. Does Disturbing Presence hurt your chance to pick up the ball? I don't know. I haven't looked at it that closely. I always forget that it's on the field. I do like the Nurgle team. They're kind of like regular Chaos, except with like the Warriors are a little bit more defensively oriented. They're not as good in terms of movement or agility, but they have a lot of skills that are just awesome. Foul appearance makes it to where they don't get hit as often. Disturbing Presence helps against passing teams. Regen is like not your own personal apothecary, but it kind of is. But yeah. I wonder if they're just talking now. Okay, yeah. So that seems to be the plan. It's just he's probably gonna pull this guy to like right here now. Or not. Okay, yeah. He's just, I mean, he's up 4 players right now. Yeah, and so he can just take his time and slowly saunter up the field. I mean, it's kind of a trap I fall into. I like to I try to get my ball carrier into scoring range a little bit, maybe earlier than I have to. He's just fine and safe right here, and there's really very little chance that the Skaven player is going to be able to stop him. I wonder why this, I don't know if this warrior blocked this lion rat. I wonder why he didn't. They must have had, it must be because he ran out of time. I keep looking, it's like, what do you roll? But I can't see until it happens. He made a reroll. It might have been for Disturbing Presence. Oh, that sucks. That is one of the problems with Wrestle over block, is if you blitz with them and you want to take the hit and then move, sometimes that happens. Now it looks like he's making a -2 die block. Seemed to work out. And with Frenzy, awesome. You could say 1 die block now. With no rerolls, this is pretty much what you want to have happen. Nurgle player needs to, I don't know, advance up the field a little bit. That's probably what you're going to see. There he goes. This is still kind of, well, it's not like a really dangerous position, but this is something of a dangerous position for the Nurgle player now. This character is right here. Has the potential to just run in and knock this guy over and snatch up the ball. And I think he has blodge, and so you're only going to get one hit against him. He needs to contain this rat. Although with leap and agility 4, he is tough to pin down. So this is not necessarily over yet. I would say maybe form a tighter cage at this point, or like tighter defense grid at least, because I mean you have the extra players to do it. That just go for it. I mean defend the ball carrier. That is priority number 1. When you have the ball, make sure he is secure. Does this guy have tackle? No. No, that wasn't. Oh, he's probably gonna attempt to knock him over. Durr. I was like, man, why would he do that? Now this is. Now he just has to make a 3+ to get the ball carrier. But that's not true. Oh, dodge! How you make fools of us all. He's about to take a hit on his ball carrier. I mean, I don't know if he sees this. He needs... I mean, that's kind of a big deal. When you're this far ahead, like Skaven are always dangerous. As long as they have their gutter runners, their particular gutter runners. Yeah, here it comes. I think he's trying to decide at this point. He's like, well, do I want to use this as an assist and then try to hit it with the 2-die block? I would say just, at this point, like, getting a 1-die block against the ball carrier should be enough enough of a wake-up call. It might force the score. But the Nurgle player, he has to realize that if you give 2 turns to a Skaven player, there's a pretty good chance that they're going to make it. So, I don't know, this is kind of a dicey situation. Oh, here it comes. So he's got to make a go for it, a dauntless, a 1-die block. And this is why you need sure hands. Got him. Now the Nurgle player has really got to be stressing a little bit, because what the Skaven player could do at this point is stop a lot of strength from getting over here. If he just stood up all of his players, yes, he'd be sacrificing a lot of blocks and probably a lot of players. What could end up happening is, you know, the Nurgle player can't effectively... Yeah, here he comes, see? Oh, he's trying to... Ooh, wow. I would say he's just going to give away a lot of blocks and try to tie up as many players as possible while he tries to get the ball next turn, but this works too. Alright, so it didn't actually work, but what his plan was, I think, was to like try to get the rats over here, so that way he's got a presence on the ball. Yeah. So things went really bad really quickly for the Nurgle player. This is why sometimes you want a tight cage. He really has to get he has to get tackle zones on this ball right now. What are you doing? Oh, this is really cool. So what he's gonna do is I was like, no, he needs tackle zones on the ball. But what he's gonna attempt to do here is he's gonna hit this guy, and it's gonna be a chain push to get this. Oh, okay. I may have totally lied. Ultimately, though, I think his plan is to hit this Skaven player from this angle so as to cause a chain push to get this guy off the ball. So that way there's no Skaven tackle zones on the ball. Yeah. Assuming, of course, that you actually knock over this guy. Ooh, and now it's the Skaven's turn. This is really dangerous because, like, yes, Nurgle has 3 tackle zones on the ball, but really what you might see here is the gutter runner blitz this guy and push him onto the ball in an attempt to like free up the ball. Like if it bounces on this guy and it bounces out, like you can just run off with it. That would be my play, but let's see. This guy has probably something. He probably knows how to play Skaven a little bit better than me, so I'll let him do his thing. See what's up. Oh, and he's got guard too. It's like that's perfect. I didn't even realize this guy had guard. I forgot about that. So yeah, it's gonna be a 2-die block unless Dauntless failed. No, don't try to catch it. That's tough. That's a tough break. You wanted to come out over here, or like over here. Womp womp. If you look at it though, it is only a 4 to pick up the ball, so he could try to run around and then get away. I mean, it's probably not going to work out, but no, he can't even run away. He can just put a tackle zone on the ball. Still though, I mean, that's good. You want to get tackle zones on the ball at this point. Oh, I don't. Yes, you want tackle zones on the ball, but you don't want them sitting. Oh, does this guy have guard? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, never mind. Just kidding. LOL. This is really good though. Like at Skaven, this is what you want. You want kind of a really open game, and then you want to, like, if the ball's on the ground, you just want to keep it like constantly like under pressure. Because like I said, at any given moment, this guy's movement 9. He could be gone. Does he have sidestep? No. This makes me almost want to play Skaven. This is like, I don't know. It's fun. I think it's... Alright, now the... what's he doing? I failed to go for it. That was his last reroll. I would say that you need to save that reroll. Let him fall. Oh, unless he's trying to get one more space. He could make one more go for it and get right here. but I would have probably just let him fall. You're gonna need your reroll in the last two plays. I mean, this is exciting. It's like turn 6 and a loose ball. Oh, I think his time ran out. Something I would have tried to have done is I would have either stood these guys up just to make sure that they're tying up these players, or I would have tried to dodge away. So that way I'd have somebody in at least scoring position for turn 8. As it stands now, he doesn't have anybody that can get into scoring position from where. Well, that's not true. Let's see. This guy could possibly do it if he goes 1, 2. Like he'd have to make a bunch of go for it and stuff, but we will see how that works out. Although I guess arguably, Skaven player just wants to try to keep the Nurgle player from scoring right now. He's doing an excellent job. The Nurgle player has to score next turn. This is a really dangerous situation for him. Because he didn't have any plus agility guys. There was one guy though, I think, that has extra arm or something. He's going to be getting 3 die blocks against this gutter runner too. This is going to be brutal. If you're the Nurgle player too, you really want to try to pick up the ball this turn, because like if you fail to pick it up, it's a turnover, and then it'd be game over if it's turn 8. So see what's up. I'm going to speed it up a little bit because this is taking forever. There he goes, sure hands, he's got the ball. And he's got a lot of strength like surrounding this character. You don't even have guard though, that's kind of important. But only kind of. This is a sure hands player, so that's a big deal, because the Skaven player might have attempted a -2 die block, just in an attempt to strip the ball, but since he has sure hands, like, that doesn't work. So that's how that goes. Oh, that's really cool. Okay, so I was like, man, what's he doing? His plan here is to chain push the ball carrier close to the gutter runner. Nurgle player needs to not screw around. No, don't do it. Don't be tempted into like trying to hit this guy. Just score. I mean, when you have the option, like, this is for the game. KOs are good, but they're going to get 2 chances, and they're going to get, Oh no, don't do it! Why? Okay, that's... I don't know. I think when it's this close, you really need to just score. Like you can attempt those kind of squirrely handoffs when you need to, but like turn 7. But turn 8, man, that's do or die. There was a 1 in 9 chance that it would be a tie game going into the half. I think. Who'd he pass it off to? I don't know. Alright, so here we go. I don't think this is how he's going to set up the team. Now, in the Skaven don't have a what is it, Rat Ogre, which is I still have to point out that that's probably the laziest name ever, but Rat Ogre. You can put all the strength on the line. Like, it's going to be tough. Like, this guy, you know, he doesn't have guard. If he had guard, it'd be a lot better. But, wait, what are you doing? I guess he's going to take as many hits on these players as possible. But the Skaven player has to commit a lot of people to try to knock over, like, all of this. But then these guys are so far back that it's kind of irrelevant. So yeah, he's leaving all of his players out here to, I don't know, they're gonna get, what is the Skaven player doing? Now I'm really confused. I thought the Skaven player would at least take these free hits and then stomp on somebody, but it seems like, I don't know. Anyway, against Skaven, this is, I mean, decent. Like, it's keeping them from running too far in the backfield. But, I mean, the Skaven player is not really looking to score instantaneously. Oh, herp derp. It's only turn 7. Sometimes I'm dumb. So, anyway, the Skaven player is now trying for a one-turn touchdown. To stop the one-turn touchdown, this is probably not the best way to set up your players. Oh, and he got blitz. Womp womp. So yeah, that explains what was going on here. I was just like, man, this is dumb, but it's really not dumb. Now that seems bad, the fact that like he got over here and pushed this guy back, but really this is still a possible one-turn touchdown. Because let's come over here, hit this guy, chain push to here, and then they'll hit the same guy and chain push to here, and then hit him again after pulling this guy around, and it'll be chain push to here, and then it'll be within scoring range. The only problem, and actually this could actually work well into his favor, this guy being here, because he could actually pull around, hit this guy and push him to here, and do the chain push this direction. And have to make a lot. Actually, yeah, this is very possible. The only problem, well, not the only problem, but one of the big problems is there are 3 disturbing presences right here. What are you doing? No! He should have hit this guy. That was a mistake. That's how it goes. I mean, it could still work out. It's just it's an extra block he has to make. Oh, he has a reroll now. He must have won a cheering fans or something. But even so, that was like, it wasn't a blunder, but it wasn't what you wanted to have happen ever. So, yeah. I wonder why he had his thrower all this, like, so far back here. I wonder why he didn't have him a little bit more centrally located. Anyway. One-turn touchdown. Let's see. Let's make it happen. You have 30 seconds, dude. You need to get going. Oh, he's got frenzy. Look at that. Oh! Oh, and then you fumble the pass. Still, that was a good attempt. Something you always have to worry about against Skaven is that they're gonna attempt a one-turn touchdown. All right, so. So let's see what their actual defense looks like. So yeah, I mean, just putting rotters on the line. It looks like he doesn't try to level up his rotters, I mean, which is pretty standard. they're just fodder, and they're really prone to becoming useless. Because one injury like counts twice. So yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Alright, so this is interesting. He has like the whole I don't know. On defense, this isn't terrible. The rats can't just run right. Wait, can they? Okay, they can get through this area, but there's no reason to. There's a lot of strength in the center here. It's asymmetrical. I wonder if that was on purpose. But really, what you're looking at, like he can't just like throw people down the sidelines, because then these guys will collapse on him. There's strength 4 all over the place. This is a pretty solid setup. Skaven player. Let's see what he's got for us here. He's going to take his 3 hits, which is always a good thing. You should always be looking to take your, like the people that put on the line of scrimmage, always take your shots at him, because you need to be up players. He got one of his gutter runners back, and so now he has 3 on the field again, which is good. He probably, I wonder if like last season, because this is week 1, if last season like one of his star gutter runners died, or just got hurt to the point where he couldn't continue. Okay, so the Skaven player, he hasn't made it known where he's going. The ball being this close to the line of scrimmage, though, is, I don't know, kind of dangerous. I'm going to speed it up again. Alright, so he's taking his blocks. Now, as Skaven, like, I know a lot of players like to score really quickly, but really this is... There's no reason to. Skaven play. Well, it depends. I mean, if the Skaven player is looking to play for the tie, then he needs to grab the ball and just kind of hang back for a little while. If he's looking to play for